Greetings, Light Tribe. Janine Palmer here, Spirit Silver Moon for Divine Heretic Poetic Tales. I'm going to do a poetry reading today. One or two from one of the bigger books, and then something from one of the smaller books. But there's some new books that just came in that I haven't done a video about yet. So two small books. One of them is Enchanted Perspectives. The other one is On Raven's Wings. So these are the shorter, mostly non-rhyming poetic blurbs and short discussions on energy healing, spiritual healing, romance, things like that. And then here is book 10 from the main series of the Divine Heretic Books. And so this is the rhyming poetic messages. And those just came in, so I thought I would share those. And maybe I'll read something from those later. Okay, so this is actually book 4 of the main series. So these are 7 by 10. They're usually right around 400 pages, maybe a little under, maybe a little over, but right around there. And there's different genres in here, and there's a table of contents with the chapter headings for different ones that people might be more interested in. That one's called Soulmates. So this one is called Divine Heretic Mystical Fire. Poems of ancient wisdom, mystery, and romance for healing the soul. So these are written from and for energy healing, spiritual healing. So the first one I want to read is called The Dark Tent, and I have a friend who this poem really kind of, he said, was kind of a little pivotal thing for him coming out of his tent, and so I would like to share that one here. So when she spoke of initiations, he didn't quite know what she meant, stuck as he was in defense mode in the dark confines of his tent. From the darkness of his perceived suffering, he would peer out once in a while. But it became a very lonely dungeon where he lacked the urge to smile. The tent was a place of perceived protection of his thoughts and ideas of things. His pain and memories had a special place in his tent where no longer did he sing. The tent can be likened to a veil, something we hide or are stuck behind. It becomes something familiar we don't want to venture from, which can keep us partially spiritually blind. We cannot see as clearly through a veil. We can't experience life fully from a tent. We don't have to protect the remnants of painful experience. We must process, release, and vent. Others were singing in the distance. He could hear them in the woods through the trees. But he was afraid to leave his dark tent unattended for fear someone might free his swarm of dark bees. The bees were a buzzing distraction. They stung him from time to time. Did he keep them around for self-punishment? Would he ever be able to release them from his mind? Even though they created noise and pain, he thought he had to protect himself and them. So he hid inside that stagnant tent in the dark, while the world outside let the sunshine in. Okay, so that's The Dark Tent. And the next one, the one right next to it, I think is called Bloody Armor, and I think I'll share that one. When will you put down your bloody armor, the vehicle which carries your wounds unhealed? They don't see the healing light of day, keeping yourself so numb so you don't heal. The blood all over your armor is no one else's but your own. From any perceived regrets or mistakes, by your own forgiveness, you will atone. If you knew you could feel better, would you release your hold on your pain? Would you release it to higher dimensions to be healed and open to what you could gain? Would you continue clearing out the old to make room for blessings anew? Would you take a look at the closed door of forgiveness to see what treasures are there for you? Would you stop holding so many things against yourself, against your beloved sacred heart? Would you bathe in the cool, refreshing, healing waters of your inner kingdom where all truth starts? Would you wash away the old pain like dust and grime off of your skin with the cleansing antidote of your own forgiveness for your new life now to begin? Would you listen to the angels who you can't see all around you and up above, their whispers of deep devotion to you to reconnect you with your love? Life is about the warriors, what they learn and how they grow, how they rise above their own ashes, remembering their divinity and rekindling their glow. So that's it for Divine Heretic Mystical Fire. So I'm going to read some out of this one, which is Points of the Queen's Crown. Okay. These are short. So this one, I just like this one. She found her wings, even though they were singed with the hellfire of illusion and ignorance. She elevated out of the realm of treachery, laughing all the way. And the other one I want to read is well, this one's also a rhyming one, called Walled Cities. Cities of history still standing, or cities of broken hearts, walls built round them for protection from flaming arrows, projectiles, or darts. The walls which may be crumbling, the walls which may still be very strong, whether necessary protection or barriers to love, due to what path we are on. To keep out marauding forces, whether real or illusions of the mind, whether to protect the townspeople or emotions, through what courage we might find. Sometimes the walls must crumble, sometimes they must come down, for the energy of healing to flow in and out, for love finally now to be found. And that is it for today for this little poetry reading for Divine Heretic Poetic Tales, divinehereticbooks.com. Thank you.